reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time watching me, you are highly, highly welcome. This is a place where I separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. As we know, America controls the world. So whatever happens in America happens to all of us, especially we in Africa. We like Donald Trump, especially in Africa. After I called Africa a shithole country, and we all know that he's a racist, of course. But among many things, he's an American, and he's the only credible candidate that was presented by the whole Republican Party. As big as the Republican Party is in America, they could not find anybody that is better than Donald Trump. That is a very big shame. That is shocking to me. A man that is arrogant, a clear racist, somebody that is very, very rude, and businessman, and just a reality TV personality. He was the best candidate, and now he's there. So the question is that then why did he win, and why did Kamala Harris lost the election? Kamala Harris is somebody that quite naturally a lot of people we identify with when you see the way she talks and what she's standing for, peace, and her rhetoric is much more better than that of Donald Trump. Before the election, we see how they were talking sort of bad words. He was saying this to people, and he was saying it openly. But Kamala Harris was peaceful, talking about giving women more rights, especially in the issue of abortion. She was talking about stability. She was talking about peace, bringing in or settling more migrants in America. But this rival Kamala Harris. But what made her to lose the election is what I want to talk today. She lost the election simply because she was hanging out with a person that is becoming a complete non-entity, which is Joe Biden. And why do people hate Joe Biden? He was getting too old. A senile old man. And he was fighting a war with Russia that he cannot win. This is the main reason why Kamala Harris lost the election. It is not because she's not a good person. It is not because she will not do something great for women. It is not because people do not like her. Okay? It is not because there's something wrong with her. But the main reason is that many people in America feared that she will continue the policy of her predecessor, which is her boss, which is the continuation of the Ukraine war by giving endless aid, American money, taxpayers' money, instead of using that money to solve problems in your country, to create employment, to improve your economy. Joe Biden was giving billions of dollars to Ukraine, was giving it to the arms company, the weapons company, Lockheed Martins, those companies that produce weapons in America. They are the only benefits of the beneficiaries of Joe Biden. He was giving this money to the war hawks in Washington to buy weapons and send to Ukraine. Meanwhile, there's no workshop in your country. People are dying. Your economy and inflation is crippling. Things are really going bad. Instead of you working on building your country, you are fighting a war. And the worst thing, the kind of war you are fighting is a proxy war that everybody knows is a proxy war. And this is a war that everybody also knows that you can't win. Of all the people in the world, you pick Russia to go and fight with. Russia that is an atomic, a nuclear nation. Everybody knows that this war is going to end one way. It will become a nuclear holocaust. Russia will never back down. They're going to make sure all their nukes are exhausted before you take over that country. America can never colonize Russia. Okay? This is not Africa. This is not those so-called third world countries that you can pick on and just do whatever you like. Russia is not Syria. Russia is not Somalia. Russia is not Libya. Russia is not Iran. Russia is not those Latin American countries you can mess up with anyhow. Okay? This is Russia we are talking about. Of all the fights that you're going to pick, you're going to pick to fight the very person that you can never win. They will just keep pouring money into that war. And people in your country, they are hungry. They are starving. They're not, on top of that, you open the borders for anybody to come in. This is the madness of Joe Biden. This is the stupidity of Joe Biden. This is the mistake of Joe Biden. And this is why Kamala Harris lost the election. Because people know that Kamala Harris will continue with this policy, this foreign policy of Joe Biden to continue this war. And the war will not end well for America or anybody. And it is bleeding America of cash. And people know that's truth by anybody. That is the good thing about Trump. It's something, even if he's a psycho, even this is a racist, even this is somebody that caught corners. It cannot be controlled and manipulated. This is one thing I have discovered about the man. Love him or hate him, he is what it is. But people know that Joe Biden is controlled by the people in Washington. Is controlled by the weapons companies. Kamala Harris is still going to be controlled by the same handlers that are handled Joe Biden. Everybody know that Joe Biden is suffering from old age. He's suffering from old timers, and he's suffering from stupidity. Only a fool fight a battle that they cannot win. Only a fool or somebody that have a death wish fight a battle they can never win. And Joe Biden is on that path of fighting a war with Russia. Everybody knows that Ukraine cannot fight Russia. Everybody knows that the whole of NATO are the ones fighting the war for Ukraine. Ukraine on its own cannot stand with Russia. They are not equal to Russia for anything. We all know that all the NATO countries are the ones sending weapons from UK to France to Germany, Italy. All of them are contributing money. They are sending soldiers, they are sending mercenaries, and a lot of them have died. Even America is sending mercenaries to go and fight in Ukraine. We all know this now. We see it on the news. Even if people keep quiet, doesn't mean that they don't know what is happening. People don't watch CNN anymore. People watch other news factors. People see things. We have ROT, Russia Today. We watch that one. We know what is happening. The whole world know what is happening, that this is a proxy war spearheaded by America, and this is a war that America will not win. You have to come to terms with reality. America, under the leadership of Joe Biden, appear to have gotten themselves in a death wish. Only a fool fight a battle they can never win. Out of everybody in the world, you pick Russia. You made a major mistake. Back out politely. You refuse to back out. Money for taxpayers, money that you are supposed to use to repair your country, to develop your country, to improve your country, to improve your infrastructure. You are giving everything away. Do you think real Americans are going to be happy? Even people outside America will not be happy. This is stupidity. Imagine a man that have a family. Your family is not well. They cannot have enough to eat. But here you are giving money to somebody else that does not really need it. Saying you are doing charity cause. This is not a charity cause. Okay? You are trying to destroy somebody else's country. You are also destroying your own country by neglecting it. This is the reason why Kamala Harris lost the election. Because people know that she will continue with this legacy of wasting Americans' taxpayers' money. People know. And at the same time, she will bring in a lot of foreigners who will work for next to nothing, very cheap labor. The kind of money that Americans will not take for work. These foreigners coming in, they're going to take it. If Americans are taking $10 an hour, foreigners coming in will take $5, some will even take $3 or just to be in America. And this will take the jobs from American people quite naturally. People, employers of labor, will always go for the cheapest labor. This is how it is. Let's face it. If I have 10 people that are selling something, I will go for the cheapest one that is more valuable to me. So these people coming in, of course, they're going to work below minimum wage. And a lot of capitalist companies, they love that. So it's going to take jobs, whether you like it or not. Let's be honest. When people want to employ companies like Amazon, they will go for the cheapest labor that will give them the maximum amount of profit. So if illegal immigrants come into America, then this is what it is. Donald Trump knows all these simple things. Okay, make your country better. Use this money to improve your country. You refuse. So far, Biden has gave away more than $150 billion, if not up to $200 billion to Ukraine. For what? These are money that you can use to invest in your economy. You are fighting an endless war. Of course, Kamala Harris will continue with this. She will continue. She don't have any will. She will continue with the way things are. This is what people saw in America. They say, no, we cannot allow this to happen. In as much as we hate Donald Trump, in as much as we hate his character, he will stop this war. Donald Trump is not an enemy of Russia. He loves Putin, and he said it many times. He does not hide it. During his last tenure, we saw his relationship with Putin. The war did not start with Donald Trump. The war started with Biden. Okay? Biden is the one that started this war. This stupid war. So what will happen naturally? He promised change. And we know that he's very, very nationalistic and racist. But what will happen is that Donald Trump will certainly chase a lot of foreigners out of the country, which may be a good and a bad thing. For those Africans that are planning to go to America like the rest of people, and those other ones that are already there, you should be preparing to come back, because Donald Trump will deport a lot of foreigners. He will deport them. Well, he has said it that he's going to deport a lot of people. I am not surprised. So prepare yourself for deportation if you know you are not legal. That's very legal in America. Well, life is like this. But the major thing that is promised that is going to end this war. If Donald Trump does not end this war, there's going to be a problem. That is what people voted for. The end of this Ukraine war. Because this war is going nowhere. Russia will never be colonized. And Russia will never be defeated. Everybody, if you don't know this by now, then you must be a fool or you must be deluded. Okay? You must be deluded to think that America is going to destroy Russia, that NATO can destroy Russia. You are living in a delusion. Now that North Korea have joined the war, we have seen a greater dimension, because we know that this is a war of domination. This war is the most important war right now. This war is much more important than that unnecessary, useless war they are fighting in Israel and Gaza. Every day I turn up the news, the only war I see is Israel's killing Palestinians, and Israel now in Lebanon and killing people in Lebanon. That war does not concern us in Africa. That war is a family matter between two thieves. These two people fighting, Israel and Palestine. The land they are fighting for is not even theirs. It is African land. The whole Middle East is part of Africa. That term, Middle East, is a misnomer. Those are African lands. Those are lands that were colonized by Kemet, by ancient Egypt. Those lands, Middle East, Saudi Arabia, Oman, the so-called Israel, all those things they call Middle East, those are African lands. Those places were stolen from Africa. So that's what they are fighting, is two thieves fighting over stolen property, as far as I'm concerned. It doesn't concern me. I don't need to be saying that. Those people are the life. People dying, they are not more important than the people dying in Sudan. Right now, there's a civil war in Sudan. They don't even show that war. Black lives don't matter. It is Arab lives that came to enslave us that matters. Who gives a fuck about Arab and Israel fighting each other? These are the two enemies of Africa. Islam and Christianity. They are the enemies of Africa. I don't give a damn about them. You are living on stolen land, for crying out loud. Two thieves fighting over a stolen property. Then you want me to support one thief? I will not support one thief. Besides, their war cannot affect us. But the war in Ukraine, America versus Russia, can affect me. If there is a nuclear blast somewhere, it can affect me. That is what concerns me. Okay? That is the war that I want to follow. That is the war that I want to see. That is the war I would like to see every day on the news. Who is winning, how they are fighting it, the latest weapons. That is where they are displaying the latest weapons, supersonic missiles, drones, all sort of advanced weapons. That is where they are using it. Not here where you see one side killing the other side indiscriminately. Every day we witness genocide. Every day Israel is killing 100 Palestinians, bombing hospitals, bombing schools, bombing refugee camps. Who does that? Who does that? Bombing refugee camps. This is genocide. And yet nobody can do anything about it. Who does that? You are fighting a cripple and you think you have power. Why do you don't go and fight your mates? Pick on somebody your own size. If Israel is really powerful, they should go and fight Iran. Why don't you pick on somebody of your own size? Let me know that you are a powerful nation. A nation that is like a spoiled child. A spoiled child that have to depend on America and NATO to get bombs, to go and kill innocent people, to go and bomb hospitals, bomb refugee camp, bomb innocent people that don't have one helicopter, they don't even have one chopper. You are using F-16 jet fighter to go and bomb them. And you think you are a powerful person. You are just a bully, a pussy, a bully. Israel is a bully. If Israel is really powerful, they should pick an opponent of their own size. They should fight Iran. Of course, they cannot fight Iran. Iran is ready for them. So they will play this game and try to kill as much Palestinians and steal as much land as possible. And they will say God is blessing them. I've never seen any chariot of fire coming down from heaven. I've never seen any angel. I've never seen any manna falling from all the miracles that they are claiming happen in the Bible. I've never seen Israel did any miracle in real life. What I see is different. How do I want to believe these people? These people are genocidal maniacs. Their matter does not concern me. Now, whether Trump wants to end that war or not, it's not of my business. It doesn't concern me. The main war is the Ukraine war. That is what concerns real people. And a lot of Americans that have foresight, whether you are black, you are red, or you are blue, it doesn't matter. The policy of the president affects you. So any right-thinking American will see this future. Of course, you're going to get some low gains that black people are making some progress. Some progress that are not permanent under Joe Biden, in the sense that he promises many things and the black people have not even got it yet. But they are still hoping that it will come. What do we have now? Money leaving America, going to Ukraine to buy weapons. American people are complaining. They are complaining of inflation. They are complaining of lack of opportunities. They are complaining of lack of jobs. They are complaining that things is not working well for them and their government is not paying attention. So they have to vote for change. Donald Trump promises change. Okay, Donald Trump is more actionable. Donald Trump is more concerned of what happens inside America than what happens outside America. Donald Trump does not even care about climate change. He cares about making money, making Americans prosperous by whatever means necessary. People in America, they need money, just like anybody else. Apparently, Joe Biden is not seeing it this way. And his predecessor, Kamala Harris, will do the same thing, the same policy, the same case file, the same manifesto that this senile old man is pushing of fighting an endless war. The same case file is what Kamala Harris will carry. She has no experience. The only good thing she will do is that she will give women more rights. Women will have opportunity to have more rights over their body. Yes, that is a good thing. Every time they want to do an election in America, they'll be arguing about abortion. This is what is shocking me with the American election. How can women not have power over their own body? You will see Republicans coming out to say women cannot do abortion. For your own body, again, your government is telling you what to do with your body. This is shocking to me. I don't know the low mentality of Republicans. But a lot of Americans, they will choose this man. Donald Trump is saying the same thing. They will choose this man over Biden that is bleeding the country of cash. That bleeding needs to stop. And Donald Trump promised to stop the bleeding. He promises to stop the bleeding. So women, we have to wait another 4 years before they might get their abortion rights, maybe after Donald Trump. So another 4 years, at least. The main thing is that this Ukraine war needs to stop for now. Because where this war is going is a dimension that people will not recover from. America will lose a lot. And people have stopped respecting America because of this war. This is not good news for America. You don't fight a war you cannot win. Only a fool does that. If I know that I will never win, why will I want to start something I cannot finish? Michael Jackson said, if you want to be starting something, you better be starting something you can finish. That is the thing you start, and you need to get high on something. What kind of Morocco is Joe Biden smoking? I don't know, but I'm sure that it's the same Morocco that Kamala Harris will smoke. Because birds of the same feathers flock together. So it is clear that Americans are tired of the policies of the Democratic Party headed by Joe Biden, which is bleeding the country with this war. And I want that war to stop, because the war does not make sense to anybody. This is what I complain about. Why will America be fighting a war they cannot win? This is Russia we are talking about here. Russia are your mates. Russia not be mate of anybody. You don't fight a war you cannot win. Okay? This is the major reason why Kamala Harris lost this election. She was moving with the wrong crowd. Not that because she's not good, not that because her policy. I love Kamala Harris more than Donald Trump, but she was hanging out with a bad person. She was hanging out with somebody that is not good. This old papa that is stupid. This is a camp that she found herself in. It's not her fault that she lost the election. She did everything reasonably possible to win. And I believe that if she come again next 4 years, I believe she will win. If she have gotten rid of this old man, I believe she will win the election on a very good day if she does not have Joe Biden by her side. Because what this man represents is not good. And I've seen it. And a lot of Americans have seen that too. And they see beyond it that this war needs to end. This bleeding needs to stop. We need somebody that will focus on inside our country, not somebody that is giving our money away. Not somebody that don't know what they are doing. This is the reason why what happened. And it is a good thing. If you ask me, black people in America, we just have to endure this racist man for the next 4 years. Of course, if we start doing things from January, I see a lot of deportations coming up. All these my Nigerian brothers that are planning that their only dream is to go to America. You people should forget that dream for the next 4 years. A lot of Nigerians that are in America, they are going to be deported back. A lot of Africans, a lot of foreigners are going to be deported back to where they come from. This is what I see. So those people planning that America is their only hope, you need to restart planning another escape velocity on another plan B. Okay? These next 4 years, we're going to see a lot of police brutality. We're going to see a lot of police people, those racist police will start killing black people again. A lot of George Floyd will be martyred. This is what we're going to see now. The racists, they are in power. Not only that, they are now in the Senate as well. Donald Trump have more power now than ever before. It's red everywhere, red all through. So we're going to see a lot of racism. We should be prepared for that. We'll see a lot of deportations. We're going to see a lot of insults. We're going to see a lot of arrogant behavior from the Tea Party, from those racists in America. They're going to come on strong on everybody, claiming that they are developing or they are focusing on improving their country. They're going to come hard on everybody now that they are in power. So this is another endurance trek for African people. We should be prepared for that endurance trek that is coming up again from this new government that will be in power. But one good thing is that that Ukraine war may end. If it's the only thing that Donald Trump do in this administration, he did the right thing, because that war needs to stop. For the peace, for the interest of peace and security for the world, that Ukraine war needs to stop now, because it is getting bigger by the day. Ukraine, North Korea have joined the war. Maybe China will join very soon. Who knows? And we're talking about nuclear bombs here. Okay, we are talking about serious issue here. This is the most important war, not the unbalanced genocide going on in Middle East that CNN and Al Jazeera want to throw in our face. Not that nonsense war. The Ukraine war is the most important war, and it needs to stop now. So if Donald Trump can do only that, I will say he has succeeded. He has given the world another maybe 20 years of peace. If he can do that, I will say he has succeeded. So that is the main thing I believe many people voted for. Then he should focus on improving his own country, of course. I have a lot of friends in America that things are hard for. These are real Americans that they suffer. Many of them are living paycheck to paycheck. That needs to be addressed. Okay, every country is for the people inside that country. If you cannot feed your people inside your house, who do you want to feed? All those wasting of money on NATO, wasting of money, unnecessary spending of America, it needs to stop, and they need to focus on helping the people inside that country. This is what needs to happen. So other people from other countries, go and hold your own government responsible. The same way I'm trying to hold my government responsible in Nigeria. Find a way to hold your own government responsible. We must be doing something, not thinking of running away to other people's country. Running away to other people's country will not solve our problem. Okay? We need to be at home. We need to find a way to solve our problem, to find a way to hold our government accountable. We need to run. We like running away in Africa, running to religion, running to America, running to Europe. All this running makes you weak. Where you are running to, things are not good there. The people will not be happy seeing you there. People are hungry, you are running there. You are going, what do you think they will do to you? This is not a good thing. Find a way to do something for your country, to hold your country accountable. Find a way to make money in your country. Find a way to resist. Anything you can do, if not catapult or if not stone, anyone way if you do them. Okay, we never tire rich. Every time people risk their life going to Europe, Africans dying in the Mediterranean Sea, flying, crossing, we don't want to suffer, beg. We should think of other strategies. Okay, so this is the way I see it too. This is another 4 years that will be hot for especially African people and people that are not of the white extraction. This is another 4 years is coming, so we should be ready for this. But the main thing is that we hope this Ukraine war will end. If it doesn't end, then there is no gain. If he continues the war, then it's not better than Biden. Okay, so it doesn't matter if you win or lose. The main thing is that something positive should come out of this election. Okay, so forget about black people moving progress for now. We should focus on ourselves, our communities, our families. That should be the main concern for now. So this is the way I see the matter. I cannot keep ignoring this matter. Like I don't know that there was an election and somebody won. We need to talk about it, okay? They say problem shared is half solved. So my fellow Africans, we need to be prepared for the next 4 years, especially those people in America. And whatever comes out, we take it. Okay? They say when death smiles as a man, all you have to do is smile back. Okay? We have seen stronger things before. We have seen Donald Trump before. We have seen much harsher conditions before. So this one is not something new. This one is not the end of the world. We will overcome this one like we have overcome all other things in the past. Nothing they do us, nothing stop us. Okay? All banner they go transfer. So this is the way I see the topic. I hope Kamala Harris will get rid of that old man and maybe run again in the next 4 years. I think she's a good person. And but the crowd she was hanging out with, it's not a good crowd. That is the reason she lost this election. It's not that people don't like her, but she will continue the policy of this senile old man. And people don't want to see that policy continues. So this is what it is. And life must go on. So based on that, We take the initiative and we ourselves, we move on as usual. So this is what I have to say today on this topic. Questions or comments are welcome. I would like to know your opinions, especially those people living inside America. I would like to know what you think from a spiritual angle or spiritual perspective or dimension. And it is what it is, so we have to move on. So please like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you have not gotten my book yet, the book is still here. This is a book called Whispers of Amente, Pathways to Ascension. For people that want to make contact with the ancient Kemetic, ancient Egyptian deities, these are our gods that were responsible for the civilization and the glory of ancient Africa. These are the gods of the origin of humanity. For those people that want to know about them, how to make contact with authentic African spirituality, how to do this from your home without coming to Africa, I have written this book for these people. Inside the book, you have the rites, the rituals, the guidelines, and the articles that talk about the nature, personality, characteristics of these deities, and how you can be able to make contact with them. Is this book? Okay, very powerful book. I also put 50 spells in the back that you can use for serious illnesses. This book will bring you face to face with African spirituality. It will resurrect the Neterus inside you. It will also balance your scales. Okay, this is the balancing of the scales. It will make you at peace and in harmony, in attune with your spirituality, with your core essence, and with your mission and vision for humanity. This is where we need to go. The only power we have in this world as African people is our spirituality. We should not let anybody take that away from us. It is our birthright. So this knowledge is here today, ancient wisdom for today. Get this book, empower yourself, and start doing the things that you are supposed to be doing, fulfilling your destiny of playing a critical role in the evolution of our collective consciousness, and most especially bringing out that conscious identity inside you. That thing that the enemy have been trying to kill, to destroy, to cut off, when the enemy try to use their religion to make you a caricature that they can control forever. This book will destroy all the illusions and it will connect you with your real spiritual essence. So I wrote this book for a purpose, not because I want to sell book, because I want to liberate, inform, educate, enlighten, transform, and elevate our collective consciousness. So if you are looking for that information, you are in the right place. When you have this knowledge in you, nothing can shake you. No decision anybody is making can shake you. You are who you are. You are what you are. Whether Donald Trump win, whether this thing happen, your mind is at rest. You know who you are. Nothing can stop you. Nothing can change you. This is the kind of knowledge we need for today, that will empower us, so we're not afraid of anybody. Okay? Then if you also want to know how to do spells, this is a very good book, Walking in the Shadow of the Gods. Over 200 spells a year. Spells for health, different kind of illnesses, how to use herbs to do many things. You will have the knowledge of herbs, knowledge of mixing compounds, knowledge of how raw African spirituality is carried out. It will increase your capacity in no small way. With the wisdom in this book, you can do so many things. You can solve so many problems right from inside your house with materials around you. Once again, you don't need to travel to Africa again. This book, a lot of spiritualists, they don't like me because I talk a lot about a lot of secrets on this channel. A lot of people, my own people, they don't like me because I expose so many things. But if I don't talk about it, how will people know? If I don't present to you, how will you have this information? Both the good, the bad, the ugly have access to it. But I know how to limit the bad people from getting the information, and I know how to regulate it. So there's a way. I need this is for you. This knowledge, I present it for our people. Okay, so please get this book. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than to be a gardener in a war. Know your way, not be curse, not be insult, not advice. Know thyself, and thou shalt know the gods. This is why all this, we need to be walking in the shadow of our ancient African ancestors. Okay, they have done so many work. We need to continue in that legacy and build and be better than them. This book is on quantum physics and African spirituality. For those people that want to know about quantum physics is the Western term for study of the invisible particles of nature, nanoparticles, tiny particles, the quarks, spectrons, electrons, what is behind all those things. This is quantum physics. African spirituality is the same definition, study of the invisible particles in spirit world. Quantum physics and African spirituality is one and the same thing. So if you want to know and want to connect that knowledge, you need to go to the origin and the source of the knowledge, which is the birthplace of the knowledge, which is Mother Africa. And this is why I wrote this book. It will make you understand this subject very, very easily. It will give you the capacity, all those evidence, scientific evidence that you need to know about the validity, originality, authenticity, and power of African spirituality is inside the book. So I wrote this book. This is the first book written on this subject in the history of Nigeria, as big as Nigeria. I am the first person to write a book on quantum physics because I study this subject and I practice African spirituality. I have dedicated my life to this thing, as you can see. So if you want to know this subject, you need to start from here. Charity begins at home. All other books I've seen out there on quantum physics, they are very, very expensive and they are very difficult to understand. Took me a long time to understand these subjects. Took me a long time to discover that quantum physics and African spirituality is the same thing. And my people don't know. So painful. A lot of people don't know. When they see the subject, they run away from it, thinking it's for only genius. Who told you it's for only genius? It's for everybody. So I need to write a book for it. That's why I wrote this book. So these 3 books I have written so far, they are powerful books that needed. I don't write book for wasting. I will write more books, so I never stop for here. These 3 books will increase your capacity in no small way. Okay, these are powerful stuff that people have not written before. A lot of us, we don't write book. Many of us don't have the time. Many of our spiritualists, they are not so educated like that. Sorry to say, they don't have the time. Maybe they will write too, but in the future, a lot of them will write books. We need to start writing all this knowledge. We need to start bringing out things to reach out to our people. It's very, very important. And we need these things to grow. Now we are talking about the space age. Every time you see Elon Musk are doing things, people are building rockets. What do you think they are using to build those rockets? They are using principle of quantum physics to build all those rockets that are going to space. If we want to catch up, we can catch up easily and faster if we tap into our African spirituality. This is why this book is so important. In this book, I talk about space travel. I talk about time travel. I talk about negative space. Yes, there is negative space. Okay, there's also negative time. I talk about so many deep topics, hardcore topics that people don't talk about, that they're not going to teach you in any university in Nigeria. They're not going to teach you in your church. Don't even want you to come here. Because if you know this, you know that religion is useless. I also talk about the origin of religion, especially your Catholic Church, how they copied the stuff that they copied from ancient Egypt. I put all of them inside here. I talk about black hole, dark matter consciousness. We'll talk about carbon. What is the periodic table number of carbon is 666, 6 proton, 6 neutron, 6 electron. This whole world is made of carbon. We melanated people are made of carbon. We are made of the same stuff of the universe, stardust. All these are the topics I cover here. 666 is not an evil number. It is the number of carbon, the chemical number of man, of dark matter consciousness. I covered so many topics here that many people don't know about. These topics, if you want to study them, you're going to go very deep into spirituality. Most of the time, they teach this only in secret societies to their members. I was able to bring this out for everybody, the benefit of everybody, in this small book I am holding. So when I talk about this book, I'm not here to play with you. You need to know something. You need to upgrade your body of knowledge and bring yourself to speed with what is happening in this world right now. You need to catch up. And knowledge, this book will catch you up with what is happening. When you read this book, you begin to think like people like Elon Musk. You begin to see the world in a different place. Once the consciousness is expanded, nothing can reduce it again. So you need to have access to knowledge because knowledge is power. So that is why we are here. Okay, there's no time anymore. There's no time to waste doing nonsense that will not serve you, that will not help you go anywhere. Take charge of your destiny, build your destiny, prepare the next generation for what is coming so that they don't become slave or enslaved. Okay, know your way, not because. So please get your copy now. I will never stop tired of talking about the books because I've never seen other people doing the same thing I do. If I see people starting to come into this subject, I will now know that I have done my work. I am waiting for a lot of people to catch up. So we need to catch up, please. Time not there. Okay, this is the space age right now. Okay, it's either you are there or you are not. So you need to choose where you want to be. Okay, time not there. We not get basket for rotting mango. Now so it just be. So I thank you very much. If you also want to learn African spirituality, I have a 6 months program where I teach people from the history to the science to the metaphysics and the hardcore spirituality. It's just 6 months masterclass. You will learn a lot of things. It's not expensive, just $600. If you think it's expensive, try ignorance. My program is very comprehensive, very deep. Okay, it will let you know so many things. Then also too, if you want to do your oracle tarot reading, if you have serious problems, medical illnesses that defy modern medicine, if you have cases, problems that are very hard, we solve all those things here. Contact me for consultations. We use the principles of quantum physics on this channel to do many things. Okay, here you will find out the power of African spirituality. Now here it is. Now we the run them. So contact me. If you also want to buy your spiritual stuff from Native Shock to Harries to Thunderstone to Miracle Stone to herbs to different kind of things that we use for African spirituality, I sell them here. Okay. Apart from that, I thank you very much for those people that have been supporting the channel. I am very grateful and delighted, and I am still here for you people, and I'll continue to be here, of course, until as things will continue to be. So I think I will go from here today. Questions or comments are welcome once again. I would like to know your opinions on the subject, and I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye. Peace.